What is up, everyone? This is me, Prasanna Balakrishnan, back again. This time for the match review of Chennai Super Kings versus Delhi Capitals. And as you can see, I am absolutely gassed still. Not over from yesterday. That was an absolutely terrific result, and no one could have expected that after DC beat CSK twice in the league stages. And it looked for a long time that DC could have won yesterday as well. But the legend of Dhoni just continues and goes on and on. You can never stop him. And with me, of course, I have a CSK fan, Sachin Suraj. He's one of my great friends, and he's currently in Dubai, and he's been there to almost every single CSK game, and he's going to the final. Sachin, how gassed up are you, and how Friday seems so far away, doesn't it?
I know, right? I can't even wait for it. Like it's been like 3 days, 4 days. I don't want this qualifiers eliminated as kacha match. It's been like anymore. I just want to directly go to the finals, man. Don't come anybody. Give us anybody. Give us RCB. Give us KKR. Give us DC. I don't care anymore. I just want the finals to be happening so soon. It is seeming so far, man. Friday is like, oh my god, I have to wait for a long time for the Friday. I can't wait to wear this again, man.
Yeah. And actually, man told me yesterday that he literally slept with his shirt. He didn't even want to take it off. And I understand you, man. You generally don't want to take it off. And I have Yatharth with me, a member of the DC Toli, a big Delhi Capitals fan. Obviously, DC Toli are in YouTube as well. They are live. They do regular watch parties with a group of fans. It's absolutely brilliant to see. And they have regular interactions with the players as well. That is wonderful to see as well. Hi, Yatharth. How like because you scored 172 and then CSK got off to a great start, and then in between you got 3 quick wickets, and then at the end it finishes like that. So was it like a roller coaster of emotions? So how did it feel at the end of the day?
Frankly speaking, I was shattered after the result. Robin Uthappa, the kind of innings he played. First of all, we started off pretty well. Shikhar Dhawan, got out. Shreyas, he got out. But, then, some few decisions. Akshar Patel came in. Rishabh Pant was looking spectacular. So, after a score of 170, I felt, even a 165 would be a decent amount of score on this way. Because, Dubai pitch has been pretty unpredictable. What I'll say, because, some days you see a 140 being defended. Some day you say a 180 being chased. So, you can't really depend. But, 170 on this kind of pitch, I believe, we were at par, or I'll say, even 5 to 6 runs are at par. But, what happened at the end, some few bold, bald decisions, I'll say, we can argue that why Rabada wasn't given, but I felt, Tom Curran giving the over, Rishabh Pant went with an instinct because, he was bowling well. He already has capped 3 wickets and but had there been a Rabada, the result might have been somewhere different because Dhoni has been specialist against the slower balls, and slower balls which he bowled outside the wide off stump, and it just costed his match. I'll say that, but he is still one of the youngest captain, 24 years of age. We can't expect to him be a masterclass. If that call had been worked, he would have been a genius captain, and that all kind of things could have roamed around. But now we have lost it, so we need to focus at what has happened wrong, and we still have got time. Sharjah pitch, we can assess that was the pitch like today, and maybe come all gun blazing and enter that final, and hopefully I believe I don't have any words left.
I mean, you speak about the Tom Curran situation, right? Even before that, 3 overs, he had just bowled, he had taken 2 for 16. So, Rishabh Pant would be like, okay, Nokia and Rabada are our main picks, they are our top bowlers, but he has had a very good day. So, let him just continue and he can finish off the match, but unfortunately, it just didn't happen that way. So, before I go into this review, I'd like all of you to like this video, the subscribe button, hit the bell notification to get notifications whenever I upload videos like this or go live. I would also encourage all of you to subscribe to DC Toli because they will be doing regular watch parties as well. I'm sure they will be doing for the qualifier too as well. So make sure you tune in for that. And let us just start running through the playing 11 for each team. And Delhi Capitals, they made one change. They took out Rishabh Patel and put in Tom Curran. Were you okay with that change, or did you still think okay, Rishabh Patel should have continued?
If there was no Marcus Stoinis, I was absolutely happy. They still had some, he was fit, but, the Australian government said that, they don't want to risk Marcus Stoinis. So if he was, maybe 120% fit for the match, only then play him. So, inclusion of Tom Curran over Rishabh Patel, whom you don't know will come in as a 6 bowler, and we desperately needed a 6 bowler yesterday. So I was pretty happy with the inclusion of Tom Curran, and, the rest of the team looked pretty similar. Just if had then been Marcus Stoinis, the result we could have got that 10 to 20 extra runs, I'll say. But now having we lost that, but I felt that the team balance was perfectly okay.
Yeah, but even the said that you still somehow got 172. We'll get to that in a
Yeah.
minute. And obviously CSK going with the same 11. I thought like okay, Raina was fit and probably he could come in. And Sachin, did you think the same or did you think different?
Yeah, man, because see, Reina has not missed a single match for CSK. He's never been in the, he's not been in the bench for a long, long time. I think not even for, I think it's the first time he's being in the bench when CSK plays.
Yeah, apart from
So
when he's injured, he
obviously,
always plays.
yeah, always he plays. And by the time the match was okay and things, he was fine. He was pretty good. But the Dhoni's confidence and Dhoni's plan is always different from others. So I don't know. He sees something, man. He sees something. And that spark was already shown yesterday by Ruturaj and Uthappa. Uthappa was
Prasanna,
given
I'd
two
like to
chances.
comment upon the inclusion of Robin Thappa. I felt, as being a DC fan, I really wanted Suresh Anand to play because, Robin Thappa, I believe we all are underestimating him pretty too much because, he was spectacular for the Kolkata Knight Riders. And after that, he didn't got a perfect game time. When he just proved himself. He got 3 outings, and the third one, he literally proved himself. So, Robin Uthappa feared me pretty much, not because of it, not, even before that, not because had Suresh Raina came in that position when Andret Nokia just bowled Faf Du Plessis out, even Raina would have dispatched in a span of 2 to 3 overs. So I felt, that decision of playing Robin Uthappa even before the match was quite brilliant.
Yeah, that's why, like the captaincy and, the match plan has always been different when it comes to MSD. So we all know about him. So we were not pretty surprised, but because, like, in spite of, we were actually expecting for the same 11 because he always plays the same 11, especially when the team loses. So he always wants the same 11 to prove themselves that they could do it back. So, and yeah, we got proved. He
Yeah,
has done
but
it
win or
again.
lose, we Dhoni always sticks. He doesn't like to chop against unless there is a
Exactly.
necessity or there is an injury, something like that. And speaking
Exactly.
of, yeah, he was great at Kolkata Knight Riders. Obviously, he was opening back then, but after he came to Rajasthan Royals, he tried him opening. They tried him at down the order. It didn't work. But and I kind of feel like openers are best suited when they're playing in opening position because they want to feel the new ball. They want to see off the conditions. And Robin Uthappa coming in yesterday, it was kind of an opening for him because he came in at the first over. So that is
Yeah,
And
kind
the
of
first over.
opening for him. And the way he
I,
just caressed that first ball for four, that itself gave me
Yeah.
confidence.
I'd say about Robin Thappa, he loves to play against DC. If you don't remember, what he did in the 2020 season when he was playing for the Rajasthan Royals. There was again a collapse in the Rajasthan Royal innings, and he came in and he smashed a 77 knock of just 45 balls. So
Yeah.
I believe he loves to play against us, but I really I really don't like that man playing against us.
I mean, yeah, there are always some players like you don't like playing against. For example, obviously we all know about Dhoni. He doesn't like playing Varun Chakravarti. Whenever he bowls, we're like it's only a matter of when he gets out and not if. So this is the scorecard, which all you can see. Obviously, Prithvi Shaw. The thing about Prithvi Shaw is, with all due respect, if there is no swing, that guy absolutely feasts on it, and he feasted on it yesterday. He got off to a brilliant start. Um, and yeah, man, he Deepak Chahar has been pretty average in this UAE leg compared to the start in India what he had. But Josh Hazlewood covered him up. He bowled brilliantly yesterday, and he got those two early wickets. He got Shikhar Dhawan out. He got Shreyas Iyer out as well. And I thought that the plan at one point was don't get Pratisha out, get the other wickets out. And Josh
That
Hazlewood was
worked out.
brilliant
That
yesterday.
worked
In
out. Yeah.
fact, in this UAE leg itself, he's been better, kind of showing that he is our opening bowler, Sachin.
Exactly.
You know,
And also some happy news to check in today by saying that Deepak Charan and Shardul Thakur are, getting involved in the World Cup, RCC Cricket World Cup T20.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was just checked in, and then the official confirmation is after the finals of the IPL. So hopefully, because they're not gonna travel or gonna have into bubble quarantine or something. They just have to stay back like Dhoni.
Yeah.
They just have to stay back with the Dhoni because Dhoni is staying back in Dubai for the mentorship of the ICC team and things. So that's a great news for the cricket team because like we have two pace bowlers who we can depend on. You can choose upon.
Yeah, yeah, that you were about to say something.
no. I was just about to mention the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
all right.
and Shreyas Iyer is like he's been kind of blowing hot and cold ever since he's come back. Obviously, he missed the first half due to fracture. He had to go into rehabilitation and whatnot, and then he has come back. So is his form at number three a concern for you, or is it like just it's he will come good. What do you think of that, Yatharth?
Players like Shreyas Iyer, they are not a concern, but the only concern is with his strike rate. And every time the first three matches with the came in, he was dependent, to just anchor on the innings. But here you're playing a qualifier against a champion team who has won the IPL three times. You need to accelerate at the right time. That's why Suryakumar Yadav was picked in place of Shreyas Iyer, because he can accelerate whenever he want. But the thing which went wrong with Shreyas Iyer in the last two innings, he's not able to accelerate, and that's why the pressure keeps on building on him, and the wicket tentatively goes on. Here also, he was looking to take that lovely flick over the long on area, and he wanted to get going, but he couldn't get anywhere over. He played the shot a little too early, and that was the end of him. So for Shreyas Iyer, I think he needs to play quite smart cricket, which he used to do in the 2019 edition. If you look at all the innings of Shreyas Iyer, he was quite smart, taking that 2 runs, taking those cheeky boundary, and when getting a ball in his slot, then smacking him for a stick. And that's what we want from him. We don't want him to anchor all the innings. We have got quite a few players who can anchor, even Shikhar Dhawan for that aspect. Even Rishabh Pant can anchor to some extent. So we definitely, if he improves his strike rate to maybe a 130, 140, that would be brilliant to watch out.
Yeah, and Prithvi Shaw, he was brilliant yesterday. Thakur comes in first. We all know Thakur comes in and he takes the crucial wicket, first ball, no nonsense, halfway down the track, and he smacks him over cow corner. And even just 3 balls later, he smacks him straight over his head. And he was a
Even
brilliant touch yesterday until he got out. And bringing Akshar Patel to number 4, I mean, I was kind of strange with I was like confused with that. I mean, because obviously you have Rishabh Pant, Hetmyer as well, both of whom are left-handers. So you can't even say that, okay, just to keep the right and left-hand combination. What did you make of that change?
I'll say that was a brilliant decision. That was a spot on decision from Ricky Ponting, just because of the reason. Now people are saying, had there been a Rishabh Pant sent in early, they could have got 20 to 30 runs extra. But what I think is that decision could have even backfired. What if if Rishabh Pant could have got out, in a span of 1 to 2 overs, he would have been left all clothes out, and Shimron Hetmyer, he can smack, but you need both the batsmen on the other side. So I'll say Akshar Patel did a pretty good job. He couldn't got going, so that decision seems to be pretty null and void. But I felt promoting Akshar Patel at that order, when we were stumbling for a while, when Akshar Patel got out and then Prithvi Shaw immediately got out, we were against something. So that decision of sending Akshar Patel was brilliant. We had two batsmen, Shimron Hetmyer and Rishabh Pant, who could anchor on as well as accelerate at the same very time, and we still had a cushion of Tom Curran with us. So I'll say that decision was pretty much spot on, and I want that decision to continue. And in this captaincy, a lot of decisions have been taken by Ricky Ponting himself, not on field. He can't take much, but while sending up the batting order, he's pretty much pretty much I'll say spot on. If you have a look what happened after the strategic timeout, 2 wickets went out in no span. So that Ricky Ponting's management, or you say he's taking a captaincy or guiding the captain, that's working pretty well.
Yeah, and I mean, it always helps someone like Rishabh Pant who is
Yeah.
just learning the captaincy trait to learn someone from someone probably I don't know whether to say the greatest captain, because it's obviously debatable, because I would say he is the greatest because he has won two World Cups in a row, both of them even unbeaten. That's no mean feat, and he was a captain of probably one of the greatest teams ever to have played cricket. So obviously having Ponting by the side of him, and that absolutely helps Rishabh Pant a lot. And even the commentators were saying Akshar Patel, because Jadeja was about to come in, and I thought Akshar Patel would be like, Jadeja's bowling, just go for it. And probably that couldn't work out as I expected, but still, the way that Rishabh Pant and obviously Prithvi Shaw got out probably the next 2 overs as well. A brilliant catch by Faf Du Plessis on the long off boundary. He had to cover some distance, and we all know Faf Du Plessis never drops a catch. If he drops a catch, it'll be the end of the world. So because he is a brilliant fielder, and he just controls the boundary. He never lets anything past him. And at 80 for 4 CSK, we were thinking, okay, yes, Pandit and Hetmyer are there, but after that they're not enough batsmen. So if we could get these two, or probably the game would have been half won there. Sachin, did you think like that way, or did you think, okay, they would still? I thought they would get to probably 150, 160, but 170 was probably a bit too much.
See, until and unless you have a punt in the pitch, you never know. Like as as our friend said, like he if you get out if you get if you get him out of the pitch in like in the first 2 overs, it's going to be a very good for the opponent team. But if he stays for more than 2 hours, it's really dangerous, man. I could see he was hitting till the last over. I'm not pretty sure about the runs in each over because in stadium you don't have a count of these. But still, I could see him hitting till the last ball. He was literally trying everything. And on the other side, the Hetmyer, oh my god, he was smashing it. Luckily, the Bravo was bowling the same slow ball which he usually bowls to take the batsman out of him. And that worked out again to Hetmyer. He was so disappointed. You should have seen him yesterday. He was so disappointed because it was just a matter of, like, I think the Hetmyer's catch was in the boundary line, right? If I'm not wrong.
Yeah, about the boundary line
Yeah,
or a big
so
inside maybe.
yeah, that again works out because of the slow ball and things. So until Rishabh Pant and Hetmyer were there, we were actually talking in the stadium. We Whistle Pudami was talking like definitely this is gonna go like 160, 170 in the prox. And exactly, yeah, the 172 was a total, and it was a very good total for the team batting first in Dubai pitch because Dubai pitch is not a very easy pitch. And we were like, oh my god, the Ruturaj and Faf Du Plessis magic has to happen tonight. Otherwise, it's going to be a very big hit for the CSK things. Luckily, things worked out.
Yeah, and till the last over, 19th over, I think they were like hardly 164, and then Thakur did decently to bring it just to 8 in the over. There was only one boundary that was punt inside edge. But apart from that, he bowled it over well. And
No,
172,
I
I
think
was
there
thinking,
was one more boundary in the last ball, 19, and the last ball of the innings. Punt hit a straight boundary to reach his half century.
was that a boundary? Or was
Yeah.
it two? Okay.
No, from 47, she shifted to 51.
Okay, yeah, got it. So
Yeah.
172, I was thinking, okay, we need to have a CSK need to have a good start. We at least 45, 50 in the power play and not lose more than 1 or 2 wickets. Because if you lose 1 or 2 wickets, then itself you're on the back foot. You're only playing catch up, and you need a brilliant innings, someone from someone down the order. And Uthappa hasn't been in form, and the middle order was struggling for confidence basically. Yes, Raidu can hit, but and on his day he's brilliant, but you don't want to shift the pressure onto him. And straight away we saw third ball, Andrik Nokia, um, heavy pace that was. He just got through Du Plessis, and I was thinking, oh my god, here we go again. You thought at that point where you're thinking, okay, this is DC's game to lose.
You know what I thought. Even the fans as well as the players on ground, went pretty overconfident because the start like that, 150 clips onto the stumps, anyone likes it, and stumps are absolutely all the place. So I felt the players were. I won't say overconfident, but a bit on the same line because when you get a wicket on the first over and the momentum just starts to go your side, then I think we missed a trick. After that over, we brought in Avesh Khan, we brought in Andrew Nokia again, but if you look, we gave the third over to Kagiso Rabada. So I felt had we been given that over to Akshar Patel in the power play, and he could have squeezed those other 2 overs which he bowled, could have only gone for 6 to 7 runs. The run rate itself could have gone to the 11 runs per over in the power play itself. So that's add on to the pressure that you have to strike. You need to strike two boundaries in per over, that too outside the power play. So I felt that giving over to Kagiso Rabada, I felt he went too over attacking. Had Kagiso Rabada brought in a breakthrough, the game could have been completely over for CSK, but that didn't happen yesterday. So had there been an extra Patel, we could have gone slightly defensive, and that defensive nature could have really helped us because Chennai Super Kings don't have that power hitters at pretty end. Ravindra Jadeja and Ambati Raidu comes in at the innings, but it's a matter of how the kind of patience that you can keep in, because 20 over game, it's pretty short, but you need to keep your patience and your importance in all and each ball. So I felt that bowling Kagiso Rabada wasn't an apt decision. Had there been and Akshar Patel right in, because if you notice, Akshar Patel bowled only 3 overs and so did Ravi Ashwin. So I felt bowling, you should give at least Akshar Patel all the 4 overs. I agree that Ashwin can be a bit costlier or maybe going in with his 2 overs was decent, but Akshar Patel should have bowled 4 overs.
And yeah, and in this kind of situation, always a left arm spinner is always an advantage. When you get a wicket, you can choke the flow of runs. The batsman will be thinking, okay, should I go for it? Should I
Yeah.
not go for it? But yeah, and when you go for it, in case you risk a wicket, you're already one down. You don't want to risk it even further. So, but but there was a bold change there. Robin Uthappa came in and not Moin Ali for a change, and Robin Uthappa he came in first ball. The classy Robin Uthappa on the front foot just opened the face towards the cover drive, and he was brilliant, man. Yesterday he took liberties with Avesh Khan. He was, I mean, that being Sachin being someone who's seeing that from the stadium, how did it feel like to see those glorious shots of Uthappa?
Okay, man. Firstly, I'll say I have to start out with the plan of CSK. The plan of CSK was to be, for Faf to drop singles and give the chance to Ruturaj to go for it because Ruturaj was in the great form the whole IPL season. Not I mean, like even in India, even in UAE, he's been in a great form. So we expected that. We expected Faf will be giving strike to Ruturaj and Ruturaj will be going on from there. But what we expected was completely shifted over. Faf got out. Ruturaj started taking singles and giving to someone else who we didn't even expect. And it was a hero. It was like a comeback. It was like a comeback from nowhere. He came back. He hit all those marvelous shots. Nothing was tipped. Nothing was, misjudged. Nothing was even lucky. Everything was on point, on target, on shot. And everything was, one cracking sound, man. You should love the sound. You know the sound, the cricket ball sound in the stadium. Oh my
Yeah,
God. It was
yeah.
all sweet touch. And Uthappa, while hitting it, was like the celebration of Uthappa was very cool. You guys should have seen the celebration. I don't know what it mean. If someone knows what does it mean, I don't know what
Yeah,
is.
I
He
think it
wanted to
was.
remove his glove and
He mentioned in the sportsman's that it was a tribute to his son. His son, his fourth
Yeah.
birthday was yesterday, so he wanted to give it as a tribute to him.
okay, okay.
Yeah. So yeah,
But
man,
the
there
shots
was
were so
one.
cool and yeah, go on.
Yeah, there was one particular shot. I mean, I think it was Avesh Khan himself bowling, and Robin Uthappa, he just from the front foot and straight over his bowler's head. That was
Exactly.
prime Uthappa for me. That was the shot he used to play very well when he was in KKR. And when you play a shot like that, that very well knows that you're on top of this game. And apart from a loose shot from you, you're not gonna get out. And we saw that Ruturaj
Exactly.
Gaikwad was giving strike to Robin Uthappa, and Robin Uthappa was he made his chance count basically. So now Suresh Raina cannot come into the final. That's simple as that. Yes, that's
True,
fixed.
true.
And
Yeah, it's true.
and
I don't think
Gaikwad
he has
was
chance anymore in the final.
yeah, and sorry, not Raina. Gaikwad was happy to play second fiddle, and he was also playing shots when needed. And we all saw again another 50. He has 400 runs in UAE alone. That is absolutely brilliant. He's just 20 runs, about 20 runs short of KR Rahul's orange cap. I think he will get it in the final. But yeah, Robin Uthappa and Gaikwad were going well, and when Robin Uthappa got out, there was at that time, Yatharth, were you thinking this is going to be finished soon, or were you thinking one or two wickets here and there could change the entire game?
You know what I felt when this partnership was going on? I believe it was a 111 partnership, and from there I felt we were nowhere in the picture. But when Robin Uthappa got out, I still felt that it was a little too much because they have got some quality battles. They have Ambati Raidu, they have Jadeja, they have Shardul Thakur there, and even Shardul Thakur promoted up the order, and I was like, what's this happening? And but when we got three wickets in quick succession, we got out Robin Uthappa, we got Shardul Thakur on the very first ball, and we soon got Ruturaj Gaikwad as well. So I felt now this game can turn over, but I felt that it was just not our day. We got lucky, with the first couple of boundaries and 60 shots scored off his edges that could have gone onto the stumps. But I felt Chennai Super Kings deserve the due credits, which they with Robin Uthappa playing that knock. Then Dhoni, I never expected, when Dhoni came in place of Ravindra Jadeja, everyone who were in the watch party yesterday, we were celebrating that he has came, and now and yesterday yes, exactly, it was a mockery of our own self. And whatever we felt, they are not going to score. We never we never expected Robin Uthappa to score, and he scored pretty well. We didn't wanted Robin Uthappa, Ruturaj Gaikwad. We felt that his weakness of bouncer on the offside could be his weak point, but everyone just showed what they are capable of. And Dhoni, I'll say the Thara Dhoni finishing off in style that hurt it up. I'll say that hurt it pretty much.
And yeah, man, we speak
Okay,
of Shardul
actually,
Thakur
like
coming up the order.
because
I
like
mean, even I was kind of saying, okay, I mean, one good thing is he didn't waste many balls. He
Yeah.
came in first ball, he wanted to hit him straight
exactly
on the
what I
ground.
wanted to say. Because see, the
Yeah, yeah.
same strategy applied by Ricky Ponting and Rishabh Pant, where they wanted Akshar Patel to come over the order and play for shots and give them for them. He didn't play. Actually, he couldn't do it. He couldn't match the ball exactly, but still he tried for 10 balls, which was a very huge loss for the DC team. And I was pretty happy. He was trying the very first ball and he got out. So that was what he was sent for. He was not sent there to hit three sixes for mandatory. He just wanted to go try. we'll give you 3 balls, 4 balls, just go a try. Even a boundary with a tip or an inside edge or something, it's a bonus for the team. So him being out in the first ball was not, very sad or disappointing. And in fact, the DC fans were so happy as if they took a wicket of somebody like a Moeen Ali or an Ambati Raido. They were shouting and screaming as if they were going to win the cup. We were like, dude, it's an eighth wicket. Come on, calm down, calm down.
I mean, yeah. So even Thakur, like even if he had said 4 balls, maybe 2 6 or a 4, even 10 or 4 balls would have been enough. Would have been okay. Job well done. But he went for it. I mean, that was a decent shot. I'm not gonna lie. Just that he didn't get the proper connection. He went straight down the ground. But again, Ambati Raidu, he got run out. I mean, that was a brilliant throw from the deep boundary. And then I was thinking, oh my God, CSK, don't do this, man. You're always giving heart attacks to fans. I mean, we are specialists at this, man. You think match will be going easily, but CSK will make no. This is a qualified one. We have to take it to the last over, and we'll finish in the last over only. But yeah, Moeen Ali came in and he didn't,
You know,
and he got 2 boundaries away. And we were at that point, I still think there were like 4 overs, 44 needed at that point. And with the bowlers, you had Yatharth, you still had a Nokia, you still had Aves, you still had Rabada. I'm not sure if the first choice would have been Tom Curran, but he was another option as well. At that point, did you think the game was in your bag?
you know what I felt? The game was not over there. Had been given, some few overs before that to Tom Curran, that partnership could have been breaking pretty well before as well. He was introduced at the 13th over, which was quite surprising. When you're not able to scalp this wicket, you have to try someone else. You have to try something out of the box. So what I felt. Keeping 2 overs till the end, till the last 4 overs for Tom Curran, that was a blunder. And had been kept only 1 over for Tom Curran, and we could have bowled Tom Curran in the middle into 7th and 15th overs. We could have got 2 more overs from Andrik Noki at the depth and Rabada in special. So that South African duo, I believe that could have been a little too much from Dhoni's reach, because 145 clips out of body. Not even Dhoni, anyone doesn't like to face that kind of delivery. So I'll say that Rishabh is still young captain. We went on to so long in spite of that brilliant partnership by both the batters. Disappointed, but yes, team fought it pretty till the end. And when Dhoni smashed that 6 on the 19th over, I felt now he's looking in some touchy. He wants to finish off in style, and he wants to prove himself that he had not finished. He's going to finish everyone around.
Actually, it was pretty surprising to see Dhoni not hitting, powerful shots. None of the shots were powerful. Even the six was a flat six, and all the fours were like, placement fours. Nothing was power shots. Because Dhoni's shots usually goes to the boundary in one pitch or two pitch maximum. Yesterday, everything was on ground and everything was placed well. We were surprised to see that.
Sachin,
And that is what yeah.
that's smart period. That's what I want. Shreyas Iyer himself to impact himself, because yes, he too has the power. I believe placing the ball is sometimes pretty much more pretty much more helpful than that what you see from someone like Andrew Russell, who just smacks every ball down the ground. So I believe smart cricket is a key to win this IPL trophy.
And yeah, when Dhoni came ahead of Jadeja, I wasn't kind of watching the second innings. I was at a tournament. We kind of play cricket here on a regular basis, and I was playing my game, and I was just checking my score off. And then when Raidu got out and I see Dhoni came in, I was like, dude, again. I mean, you still have Jadeja, you still have a Bravo. I think they would have come up the order, and Jadeja would definitely fancy himself, but never did anyone expect that. And watching back the highlights, that when Dhoni hits Avish Khan, that crack up from Dhoni's bat, that itself was enough. I mean, that crack of Dhoni's bat. I mean, that itself, even then, I mean, it was like 19 of 8, something like that, 19 of 8 required. And
13 of it.
yeah,
Yeah,
19 of
19 of
8.
8.
Yeah, and last over, and Nokia had an over, Rabada had an over, and Tom Curran had an over. All three of them had an over, but he went with Tom Curran, who picked up 2 wickets.
Nokia,
So
no,
I think
Nokia didn't
that
have
was
an
the best
over.
option
Nokia was
because like
bowled out.
Tom Curran had like for
oh,
three
Nokia
overs
was
he
bowled out.
gave,
Sorry,
gave
sorry.
16. Yeah,
Yeah, so Tom
Tom Curran
Curran,
had the best
Akshar
range.
Patel, and Ravi Ashwin, as well as Avesh Khan and Rabada as well. So you
Yeah.
had that many options, and you went in with Tom Curran, but
Because Tom
it
Curran
just
had
didn't
a
win
very good
Bale.
bowling. For the first 3 overs of Tom Curran, he just gave like 16 runs, and I think he took 3 wickets or two
Two
wickets.
wickets, two wickets. Yeah, he took
2 wickets. So that was a pretty good ban. So maybe if you see from the team side, they feel that he understands the pitch very well, and he's experienced for the today's match. No matter what bowlers you have like Rabada, Ashwin, or something, It's just happening for him, the magic is happening for him. So why not to go with him? It
Yeah,
was a pretty
exactly.
good
That
choice.
day you have momentum, you just want to finish off the game for your team and take your team to a final. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. And Rabada, he would have definitely made difference because that much clicks and to the body. And obviously, Dhoni like love to play the slow balls. He was waiting for them slow balls on the back foot. And when you're facing Rabada, you don't wait on the front foot. You would want to come on the front foot more because it will hurry you at a fast pace, and that could have troubled Dhoni more. But it so happened that Dhoni came in 18 of 6. What more can you ask, man? The legend of Dhoni just lives on. Let us just take a moment to just see this guy's face and just say, man, what have we done to deserve you?
Exactly
And
right. We are so lucky, man. I mean, like, I don't even know how come Chennai got him, man. In first place, I'm still so lucky. I'm be like every time I go to IPL match, I'll be like Chennai. Oh my God, you have MSD. What else? What else? lose all the match. No issues. Just show him on the screen. Just show him on the pitch.
yeah,
Make the fielding changes and the strategic plans and the post-match presentation, as he always says. Oh my God.
Each Chennai fan is a big Dhoni fan as well. But when Dhoni, mentioned that thing at the top that he would be playing the IPL next year, but not sure, in the Yellows or for any other team. So how much disappointed were you all?
I mean, I kind of
Actually,
expected that.
no,
To be fair, I mean, he's playing there as a
no.
rover. Let's all count that. I mean, as a wicketkeeper and as a cricketing brain, I think he's second to none. We can all agree on that. But as a batsman, I don't think he has got it in himself anymore. His hand-eye coordination has diminished. He takes too long on the ball, and we even saw the other day. I mean, even in the league stage match, even though it went that close, he 18 of 27. I mean that is not a good reading even for a one-day game, let alone a T20 game. So I think as a batsman, I think he is long past it. I think he will definitely take up a mentorship role. We still have to see how many people will be retained, what is the rule and whatnot, because given two teams are coming and there is a fresh auction next year. So
I'm not sure if you guys saw the India Cements recent interview. Did you guys see that?
which one? Yeah,
Sorry?
just
Did you guys see the India Cements recent
Yeah.
inaugural videos? Because he confirmed that he will be playing for Chennai and he would
Yes.
like to resign the cricket game from Chepauk Stadium.
Oh.
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So, it was that thing. You can always come and see me playing Chennai next year. And they were talking
exactly,
about the farewell in Chennai and all. And he deserves it,
exactly.
man. I mean, when everyone speaks CSK, when everyone speaks, when anyone speaks CSK, the first thing that comes to mind is Dhoni. Nothing else comes to their mind. And obviously, I've been privileged to see many games in Chepauk Stadium. So has Sachin. And whenever we just see Dhoni walk on field, there is such a the
Yeah,
atmosphere is
man, there's a
so
standing
different.
ovation. It's a standing ovation, man. No matter what team you are, you automatically stand when he walks in and the DJ shouts his name and like walking Mahendra Singh Dhoni and everybody stands up with the hands clapping and things. You can see any team, RCB, Mumbai, even the Mumbai fans. No one, yeah, Dhoni has a lot of haters, but not on the field, not on the pitch, not on the ground. Definitely not.
Yeah, they might speak so much on the field, but even when he walks in Wankere or Chinnaswamy or even in Ferasakotla, everyone just you can just hear the sound. That is more than enough. And coming back to the game, obviously the bowling figures. And Nokia, he bowled decently, 1 for 31. Avesh Khan, he went for runs, and I mean he is still the he's still one of the best bowlers this season. He still picked 22 wickets, 23 wickets, I think, including this one. He has had a brilliant season, and he has just had one off game, and I'm sure he will come back from it. I'm sure he will want to prove himself in qualifier too as well. Rabara, he could have been finished off. I think. Yatha, do you think not giving Akshar or Ashwin the extra over probably cost you, or what did you think of that?
Akshar Patel, as I mentioned in the start as well, Akshar Patel deserved to bowl his quota 4 overs because
Yeah.
his economy is second best after Imran Tahir, who bowled in one match and his economy was 4, and Akshar Patel has an economy of 5.5 in the whole tournament, bowling 4 overs consistently in each match. So I believe not giving him 4 over was a blunder, and Tom Curran should have been used a bit more earlier. But Ashwin, yes, I agree. He could have costed us more runs. So I'm not happy. I'm happy with the decision that Ashwin wasn't given, but Akshar Patel doesn't satisfy me any longer.
So that was about it. There was another thrilling game. I've just seen the time. We've just gone above half an hour. I never knew that time flew so fast. But Yatharth, are you confident that you will make the final again today? Because as we are seeing now, RCB are batting first and they have lost. They have
No,
done
no,
very
no.
well,
We don't
but
want them. We don't want to. We don't want to hit them, man. We don't want to hit them. We want to hit RCB, man. We want to hit RCB. I'm sorry to say this. I don't want DC to lose because when DC is losing, we are so sad. When DC is winning, we are so happy, man. I don't know why. We Chennai fans, everybody are happy with DC winning. It's not. It's
You know,
not like a rival, It's not even like a rival. When DC wins and Pant takes the trophy, I think probably he will run to Dhoni for giving. Here's my first trophy of IPL and things. So it is not even like a rival. It's just like like a father son playing in the ground line. We want RCB, man. We want to hit King Kohli, man.
yeah, whatever. So I thought going to qualify two, would you make any changes or would you stick with the same 11?
going to the qualifier too, I believe players should be confident on themselves because after this, even fans also we are not that confident because we have played some quality cricket in both phase one as well as phase two quite consistently. But what happened here, I believe is just out of the box. So I believe players should believe in themselves because they have been stand out in the whole IPL themselves. So I believe that confidence is somewhere should it should not be low, and on the same time it should not be on the overconfident side that they just lost by one bad over or whatever. So I think going on to the team selection, the only concern is Marcus Stoinis. If he is fit and available, he should really come into this picture because he provides a perfect balance to the side, and the balance side Marcus Stoinis isn't the best all rounder. He is not the best finisher. He is not the best six bowler, but the kind of balance that he provides to this side is amazing to watch out. I've been saying this again and again, and Marcus Stoinis just plays a key role if we go on qualifier two and even the finals, and we just assume that we have won. But I'll say we would be very very lucky because going in with only six batsmen, Akshar Patel, you don't know whether he's going to donking or not. Going in with only six batters, considering Akshar Patel as a batsman, I don't think that you can't be lucky always. So we need to have that seventh batting option as well as an all round to finish the game. But looking on to qualifier two, I think we should be decent. I need to rehab my force and my trust on this side because this side has led us on the glorious occasion most number of times, and hopefully it turns out against. But yes, again, not overconfident, but just still believe on this team.
And I think that belief is still obviously your table toppers. You've been fantastic this season, and I think you'll bounce back stronger and probably win qualifier too. And as for CSK, it's our ninth IPL final. Last year was just a break, man. Just 1 year break.
Yeah,
We'll
the
just
Ah,
players
let them,
needed,
let them, let the other
yeah,
people come in, man. Come on, come
the
yeah.
on.
players needed a break. They wanted to rest themselves out and they wanted to chill and enjoy the final as a viewer.
Yeah. So next year, this year, we are officially back to business. Our ninth IPL final, man. Man, 9 IPL finals, man. It's
But
just something I've
Prasanna,
unheard of. I
when
mean,
when you say that the nine IPL finals, and on the other hand, the win percent of Chennai Super Kings in final is only 30%. So that just that tinkers you, or you feel confident of whatever it is.
we're not playing
Big-hearted,
Mumbai,
man.
so I'm
Big-hearted
confident.
people.
We're not playing Mumbai, so
Yeah, but that blue color is still might be it still be on.
yeah, maybe. But
Oh,
we have to see that as well. And given that still we haven't played, we didn't play for 2 years, and we still reached 9 IPL finals. That itself shows
Yeah.
that itself is the epitome of consistency. But again,
Yes.
once again, thank you, Yatharth, for joining me. It was so nice of you. Obviously, from the DC Toli, you can like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be leaving a link below in the description. And thank you, Sachin, as well. Hope you enjoy the final. Man, it's 3 days away, man. Come on, bring on Friday already. I want to enjoy the
I,
final.
I'm gonna paint my room, man. Hello, hello, everywhere. Charts, flags, balloons, say you name it, you name
Get ready
it.
already.
Sure, sure, sure. See you soon, guys.
Yeah,
Bye,
man. And
bye, Atat.
obviously, thank you for everyone for watching this video. And as I keep saying at the end of every video, we're still in the middle of the pandemic. So stay safe and wash your hands.
Bye, bye.